Although Season 8 of the hit show Arrow was the last one for Oliver Queen, we're all eager to know if the series will be back for another season. Before the end of Season 7, it was announced that Stephen Amell's Green Arrow will be killed in the CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths. So for now, this might be the end of Oliver's story in the Arrowverse. Arrow is an American superhero TV series. It's based on the DC comic character also known as Green Arrow. The creators of the show are Marc Guggenheim, Greg Berlanti, and Andrew Kreisberg. The series premiered in 2012 on the CW, and as of today, 8 seasons have been released. On January 28, 2020, Season 8 ended, and the 8-year-long plotline was concluded with it. The first installment of Crisis on Infinite Earth started with the shocking death of Oliver. After that, his friends tried to smash that like button. No, I mean they tried to resurrect him with a Lazarus pit. But their attempt to bring back Oliver from the dead was unsuccessful. Jim Corrigan, played by Stephen Lobo, interfered with the process by turning Oliver into the Spectre from DC Comics. Like in the comic book, the last clash with the Anti-Monitor happens when the Spectre reunites the 7 Paragons and brings them to the dawn of time. After the battle with the Anti-Monitor, Oliver dies, but the multiverse was recovered and Earth Prime was made. The Arrow series finale featured Oliver Queen's funeral, as well as the comeback of Felicity portrayed by Emily Bett Rickards, and also lots of guest stars. So even though Oliver died before the end of the season, fans had a chance to see the character one last time in the series. The 8th season disappointed fans who were hoping for the 9th installment of Arrow, and as of today, the series status is cancelled. But what do you think? Is it time to say goodbye to the characters of Arrow?
I love you. You keep me in your heart, okay?
The last season of Arrow ended on October 15th, 2019, and it has 10 episodes. In the previous season, episode 9 aired on January 21st. Cassidy, Juliana Harvey, and Katherine McNamara were in it, as well as the Canary Islands from Green Arrow. The showrunners have commented that the series won't be renewed for another season, so all it's left is to hope that this will change in the future, since it's impossible to predict if the network will turn on the green light. Fans are obviously disappointed to hear the news. After all, the series has been around for quite a long time, and they certainly don't agree with the showrunners' decision. It was difficult to see their reactions after the series got cancelled. They expressed all their anger through social media, but all is not lost. Although Arrow has ended, some of the characters could return after it was revealed that CW plans to release a spin-off titled Green Arrow and the Canaries. The project is now in the development stage, and most likely the characters that will be involved are Mia, Katherine McNamara, Black Canary, Juliana Harvey, and Black Siren, Cassidy.
Here goes nothing.
Also, it hasn't been confirmed if Green Arrow and the Canaries will be released as a series, but let's talk about the cast and whom we can expect to see in the future. Most likely, you're already familiar with the characters of this hit show, but if you're not, here are all the cast members of Arrow that you should know. Stephen Amell portrays the lead character Oliver Queen, Green Arrow. Not long ago, on the 10th anniversary of the show, Amell talked about his experience of being cast on Arrow. He revealed that he misses the show after it ended in 2020, and he expressed his desire to return to the role, whether it's season 9 or a limited miniseries. But he suggested that the series might be available on a different platform so they could show blood, which he thinks is really cool. Here's his quote. "Oh sure, I owe so much to the people of DC, the CW, and Warner Brothers Television. I love the characters so much and only love it more now that it's coming up on 2 years since we wrapped the show. But having a little space now, I saw that I miss it. I do look back very fondly on it. Listen, I'm the namesake, so if I can ever be of any help, if I can be of service to the Arrowverse in any way, shape or form, or better still take it to a new place, which I think would be the more interesting route to go, be that in a limited capacity or on a different platform, maybe one where we could show blood, that'd be really cool." Although Amell is now distant from Arrow, he's busy working on some other big projects. It definitely feels like he's interested in a more exciting version of the character because of the new projects that he has been involved in after the show ended. Shortly after Arrow, he was cast in the family drama Heels, where he portrayed a heel in a wrestling league and had to fight his own brother, portrayed by Alexander Ludwig Vikings. In 2019, Amell was also part of the sequel to the superhero drama Code 9. He co-starred alongside Sung Kang and his real-life brother, Robbie Amell. Other major characters are Colin Donnell, who plays Tommy Merlin, Colton Haynes, who portrays Roy Harper Arsenal, and David Ramsey, who is cast as John Diggle Spartan.
Let's see how good you are without your arrows. Good enough.
Paul Blackthorne plays Quentin Lanes. Laurel Lance is portrayed by Cassidy, and Thea Queen Speedy is portrayed by Willa Holland. Some of the supporting cast include Susanna Thompson playing Moira Queen and Manu Bennett as Slade Wilson Deathstroke, and Emily Bett Rickards portrays Felicity Smoak.
We have all the time in the world for me to talk to you.
John Barrowman created the fictional character Malcolm Merlin Dark Archer, and he's also portrayed him. Black Neely composed the soundtrack that has accompanied the series since the beginning. The executive producers of the show are Sarah Schechter, David Nutter, Greg Berlanti, Beth Schwartz, Joe Blankenship, Marc Guggenheim, and Andrew Kreisberg. The filming took place in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So if Season 9 happens, it's likely that most of the characters will be back. Fans can expect to see many well-known faces. Even though the original characters might be back in the potential season, some new faces could also be included. Oliver Queen, also known as Green Arrow, is stuck on a desert island for 5 years. When he finally succeeds to go back to Starling City, he atones for his father's sins and ends up turning into an anti-hero while using his combat skills and expertise at archery.
Only I am eternal. We'll see about that.
Throughout the years, he has battled many villains and also finds himself in a hot love triangle between sisters Sara Lance, played by Caity Lotz, and Laurel, portrayed by Cassidy. But he eventually marries Felicity Smoak, played by Emily Bett Rickards. The future of the show is Green Arrow and the Canaries. 3 major characters that will be involved will have their stories continued. 2 of them will be Arrowverse heroes who have been featured in a couple of seasons on the show. Other members of Team Arrow might also be included in the series, such as Curtis, played by Echo Keelam, and Wild Dog, portrayed by Rick Gonzalez. But what's great about the Arrowverse is that even if Green Arrow and the Canaries doesn't happen in the future, there are still many possibilities for the characters. John Diggle, portrayed by David Ramsey, will be featured in at least one episode of The Flash, which happens after the show's finale. So it doesn't matter if its story ended on Arrow, since the characters can be brought back to life in so many ways. Even if Season 9 gets announced, it's unlikely that it will be released in the near future. Since the CW will be sold by its parent company, the future of the series is certainly unclear. But when it finally finds its place, and if the heroes of the Arrowverse are able to find a more intuitive and determined way to be in it, I'm pretty sure that you should smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, in all seriousness, I'm pretty sure that Amell will be the first to get involved. You'll love these videos next.